What I have today is my Boberg, which is just back from the shop. As you know, Arne was great enough to take it back, work on it, shoot it a bunch, and send it back to me. I've got my CZ82, one of my favorite little pistols. And where'd the old faithful go? There's old Glock. Yeah, I've been having battery troubles this morning. It seems like I need to do a checklist before I come to the range. So anyway, let me get set up here. What I'm going to do is first check to make sure I'm shooting pretty decently with the Boberg. What I'm going to do is use this rifle rest as an arm rest and shoot some targets first. I'm going to shoot at that top target just to see where I'm hitting, just so I don't shoot the chronograph. Okay, this is from about 10 feet. Okay, see, I would have shot the chronograph right then because I was aiming for the center of the target. One of the reasons I came up with this target is just to show what quadrant I'm shooting in. And you see, I was aiming in dead center, so I would have shot my chronograph. And I'm actually even afraid to shoot over the chronograph until I figure out what is going on. This time I'm going to shoot for the top, left, center on the outside of the circle and see if I can hit the center. I guess I need to do a little voiceover here. I was filming for 3 or 4 different videos, and I just wanted to show the ammunition right quick. It's the Federal Range and Target 115 grain full metal jacket. And I was talking about a misfeed there I had with my Glock, which was the first time it ever happened. And I'm pretty sure it was the ammunition, not my Glock. So, back to the Boberg. A little nervous here. Yeah, I was a little nervous. I just knew I was going to shoot my brand new ProChrono Digital. So I was taking my time and I edited out the space between the shots so it wouldn't be so long. Okay, great. I really didn't want to come out here and shoot my chronograph. So, hopefully that recorded. I had the camera sitting right in front of it because the light was blocked. And that's from about 10 feet, so it'll be interesting to see the readings. I was actually aiming for that little top right there when I got these 2 or 3 shots right here. No, so I just got to get warmed up with it. These down here were when I was trying to do some rapid shooting. Of course, that's old faithful Glock. These are 1/2 inch, so that's 1, 2. So that's a 2.5 inch group. I'm happy overall with how everything turned out today. So I'm not happy with the way I'm still shooting with the Boberg, but I didn't have any problems with it at all. I got 50 rounds through it. No troubles. So the new springs are working good. And I was able to load 7 rounds in each one of them. The last time I wasn't able to load with 6 because the spring kept kind of coiling up and it would take up too much room down here. But it's looking good now. It's working good. Now I just need to learn how to shoot it so that I can feel confident carrying it. So here's the data that I collected from the day at the range. Here's the Boberg here. I'm just going to list some statistics for that. You know, it's got a 3.35 inch barrel. I was shooting the 9mm federal target and range, 115 grain full metal jacket, and I was at 10 feet. I was pretty impressed with these velocities. 1,054, 45, 62, 50, 39, 55, 36, and there's my average, 1,049. And you can see here the deviation's pretty decent, I think, for that load. And see, the deviation's going to tell you a lot about your ammunition. And so we had an average of 281 foot-pounds of force and 381 joules of energy. And it's funny because, you know, I'm not an expert in ballistics, but I hope to learn more. And I'll just kind of show you what's behind this spreadsheet. I've got some of these fields hidden here just because it's the math behind it. So basically what you do is take the velocity and it's squared. So you would have 1,054 times 1,054. You come up with that number. And then you multiply the weight of the bullet times this number. The weight of the bullet in grains, 115, times the velocity squared. So it'd be 115 times this number gives you this number. And then that is divided by this magic number, 450,400, which, let's see, takes into account gravity. It's called the magic number in this equation. It takes into account what the weight of the bullet cannot account for in as far as gravity is concerned. Anyway, again, I'm not an expert, but I hope to learn more about this. When you divide this number by this number, you get foot-pounds of force. So I get 284 foot-pounds. And the way you convert foot-pounds of force to joules, which is your true number, your true energy, is you multiply your foot-pounds of force times 1.35582, which is the conversion factor from foot-pounds to joules. So you end up with 385. So anyway, I hope to learn more about one of the things I think is going to be interesting about this is learning more about physics and ballistics. So you can see the other thing I did on that day was I shot my Glock and my CZ82 just to give myself some comparison with this. You know, the Boberg has this short barrel, 3.35 inches, where the Glock has basically a 4-inch barrel. So I wanted to see what kind of velocities I could get out of this same ammo, and I'm averaging you know, about another 100 feet per second with the Glock. You can see here 1148, 1142, 1141, and so on. So I averaged 1148 with the Glock, where I averaged 1,049 with the Boberg. You can see the deviations are pretty close here. And just for the fun of it, I shot my CZ82, which has a 3.8 inch barrel, and obviously it shoots 9x18 Makarov, and this particular ammunition was Silver Bear 95 grain jacketed hollow points. And one thing I found very interesting about this ammunition is the deviation in that. You can see here I've got 926, 1007, which I was surprised with, 933, and so on. And see, but down here you get this deviation of 114, which really speaks to the quality of the ammunition more than anything, I think. So I'm going to start keeping a database of all the ammunition I test with the ProChrono Digital. I know some of you may be interested, some may not, and I've got to figure out a way to keep this data so that I could actually use it as a database. I'll probably start another sheet and start just listing the averages of each pistol or rifle, and then just list the basic specs so that I can actually start to keep a database. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching as always, and get out there and shoot. Thanks, guys.